Hello and welcome back to the set of Castaway with Tom Hanks, Paradise of Gaming. That is the channel of Major Luck 92, the Shaman of Gaming. So in the background this is just a Battlefield 3 gameplay. For you hardcore COD fans, this is basically Gunmaster. It's at the core it's basically like gun game from Black Ops, except you have to get 2 kills with each weapon and then finish off with a regular knife. But like I was planning to say, this isn't important. What is important is what today's topic really is, what I'm thinking about talking about in this video, and that is, maybe personally for me and for everybody who's ever said to themselves, maybe I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, or I'm not YouTube material, basically, with people who sort of get themselves down and maybe wonder, like I say, I'm not YouTube material, and if you ever ask yourself, am I YouTube material, am I good enough for YouTube? Well, the answer's yes, for anybody really. Apart from, I think the sort of only category of people that YouTube doesn't have room for is egotistical people. People who don't care, like if they get successful, who don't care about their subscribers and are in it, for personal gain, for like monetary gain, and just people who are like up their own arse, really, to put it kindly. But but like for everyone else, the answer to the question, am I good enough for YouTube? Am I worthy of YouTube? The answer is yes. Like I said, I'm going to begin sort of talking about how this has affected me personally, and still does today sometimes. When I see some people say, oh, I've only gained this many subscribers, and over, I'm sort of dropping in the amount of subscribers I'm picking up on, a monthly basis, weekly basis. I see them sort of complain about it, and they are in a position where they're sort of making money off it, or or they're really getting to interact with like new and interesting people in their subscribers every single day. I just don't really get it. I mean, for me personally, if you sort of look at my channel, I've been making videos for like a year now, and I sort of just hit 40 subscribers like the other day. I think it was like yesterday, or the day before, and for me at this point, it does get me down sometimes. I'll look at it and think maybe I'm not doing the right things, but then I also say to myself, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy making videos, not only because I'm just into playing games in general. It's just that I have always wanted nothing more than people to sort of look up to me for one reason or another. I've actually got plenty of like nieces and nephews, but probably the height of what they think of me is, Uncle Nick, get the fuck out of bed. That's basically what it reaches with that. So it's one thing that I've always wanted, and this is a chance for me to sort of have somebody to speak to every single day. Because like I've gone maybe sort of 4 years without having anybody really to reach out to and speak to about problems and such, whenever I want to. Since I've sort of left school, I think that's probably the main thing. And with YouTube, it's a nice way to interact with people that even though at the core that you don't know, still can play a big part in helping you through difficult situations. And when I ask myself the question, it depends what's been going on that day. If I ask myself the question, am I worthy of YouTube, when I really look down deep, well, yeah, I am good enough for YouTube. I think just because I am passionate about it, even at this stage, I'm passionate about making videos, because even today, it actually really sort of put a smile on my face that I got a comment. The person who put this comment, will know who you are, but I got a comment on my reply to Onslaught's Veteran Bot Challenge video, that it really put a smile on my face. Somebody really complimenting me and saying the main thing about it was him saying that he hopes to see me in the big leagues one day, and to be honest, that is really where I'm aiming for. And like I say, not for monetary gain, not for personal gain. in you know, the wallet side of things, but in the personal game, for having people who really sort of look up to me, and not in a sort of slavery kind of way. I mean, you know, as friends, and as people that I can, like I mentioned earlier, reach out to when I'm going through difficult times, and I can just, you know, put up a video, and it'll just take that one positive comment to change it around for you. And you know, that's all it takes sometimes, you know, just for one sort of semi-positive thing to happen, and it can change your whole outlook. But at this stage, yeah, I am definitely in. I can sort of, you know, I am confident in myself that I am worthy of YouTube, and you know, I think I have enough personality to do it, and I really don't mind, you know, sharing sort of more personal things like this, because, you know, people enjoy knowing about you, and that's one thing that sort of there has been a lot of videos going up from big YouTubers, like, you know, like there was one from Syndicate, there was one from Faircrads, you know, that are really talking about sort of realization in the YouTube community, really. You know, at some point I imagine that these big YouTubers look at themselves and think, you know, I'm in a really, you know, advantageous position, and I should make the most of it, and you know, it probably does happen from time to time. I mean, like I say, there is people on YouTube who are egotistical, but, you know, those videos, they're about sort of realization that they are in really advantageous positions, and you know, they've got a lot of people to owe for that, really. They owe a lot of people for that, but I'd just love to be in that position where I can really reach out to people and, you know, look at the difference I've made to some people, and think, yeah, you know, I'm worthy, I've really deserved where I'm at, and yeah, that's just basically how it's affected me, or how it's affected me. But, you know, sometimes I do look at, you know, the progress that I've made so far and think maybe this isn't enough, but I know there is a limited number of people who've watched my videos and got something sort of from me, and you know, taking something away from the video. But like I was sort of mentioning before I went off on a tangent, a YouTube channel, or maintaining an audience, really, not so much the channel, is that you really have to share sort of pieces of you, really, in you know, instead of just throwing a gameplay out saying, you know, this and that, work on this map or whatever. You know, people need to know who you are, and I think that's more what a lot of YouTube is about nowadays, especially in the gameplay commentary community. There's people who, you know, are really personalised, have the most success, really. And if you've got a personality, which you have, use it. And that's why I really sort of think that everybody and anybody is worthy of, you know, success on YouTube if you're really passionate about it, because everybody has a personality. If you use it, if you know, interact with people, your subscribers, you know, and put yourself out there on a daily basis, then yeah, you are good enough. You are worthy. You don't need to be a wizard with a controller in your hand. All you need to do is, you know, keep everything in perspective. You not look at it as in sort of, I'm going to be the next, you know, I'm going to be the next white boy, I'm going to be the next Woody's Gamer Tag. You should never look at it like that. You should think, I'm going to put videos out because I enjoy it, and I want to sort of get to know new people, new and interesting people, and, you know, feel like I've accomplished something by making these videos. Because, like, at the moment, I've mentioned it, I don't get a ton of views. I hardly get any views, you know. But putting a video out and seeing, like, one positive comment, even just saying, you know, nice video, I mean, it's better, you know, when somebody comes out with a sort of more sort of drawn out comment. But, you know, seeing one positive comment can think, yeah, somebody is appreciating what I'm doing, because, you know, it might not look it, but you sort of realise it when you first get into YouTube and start creating videos. It is a lot of work. It doesn't look it on the surface, but, you know, it takes a lot. People are playing games when they don't want to. You know, if people are sort of stuck down to one game, you know, like COD commentators and stuff like that. That's one thing that I've never really wanted to do. I've never really wanted to stick to one video. And hey, I'm bringing a bit of diversity in my channel, because, you know, I said in my first video since I returned from, like, my broken computer, that, you know, I was going to bring a lot of different games, and then I uploaded like, what was it, like 4 back-to-back COD games, videos, sorry, and yeah, but I'm bringing some diversity now, and it's one of the things that really should go. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, people are playing games when they don't really feel like it or they don't want to, and you know, they're working round the clock to get a really decent video out for the viewers, and that's the way you should look at it. If you're really interested in sort of waking up in the morning, looking how many people are interested in your life, and sort of seeing that a certain amount of people are, then it should put a smile on your face. You should be proud of yourself. And no matter what anybody says, you're definitely always worthy of YouTube, always good enough to do it. Like I said, you don't need to be the best player in the world. You need to have, you know, enthusiasm and such. And it might seem strange coming from me, really, because, you know, I'm by far sort of, you know, a long way away from being successful on YouTube. But when I see like that somebody, like I said earlier, has taken something away from the video, that's its own sort of success to me, and it always will be, even if I do manage to, as the guy who commented on my video said, make it up into the big leagues. That's still a win for me, and it'll always be that if I was to get, you know, thousands of comments on one video and there's a lot of negative ones, I'd pick out the positives and say, yeah, that person sort of appreciates me being around on a daily basis to upload videos, and that's the way you should really look at it. In terms of, you know, what you need for a YouTube channel, just to literally, it's such a cliche, but to be yourself. If you be yourself and you've got any sort of personality and you're not, I hate to use the word, but dullard, I don't think I've ever used that word in my life. Well, yeah, as long as you're not that and you're not sort of drawling, and, you know, like I say, as long as you're not literally putting gameplay out and saying, oh, this spot you can sit here and get a Moab with your cock, as long as you're not like that, you know, you can do it. You know, there's people out there for everybody, really, and it sounds strange, but there's people, there's an audience out there for every different type of person, and you should always believe in yourself that you can make it. And you know, as far as me, I enjoy making videos, and I still do think, even though my success has been sort of slow going, the graph is sort of, you know, only just slightly sloping up, I really don't mind at this stage. I'm enjoying doing this. I'll keep doing it until, you know, I don't have the means to do it, and as long as I do, yep, like I said, I'll keep putting videos out. I'm not really sure how much longer this video goes on for. I think it's about a minute or so. But yeah, the sort of main message is you are worthy of YouTube. Be yourself. You have a personality. Use it. And then, you know, for me specifically, if you really, you know, enjoy my stuff, let me know, because it is really appreciated. Every comment that I get, I read. I try and well, I don't try, I actually do sort of reply back, because I don't, you know, get a mass of them. But you know, even if I did, I would try and reply to every comment. I do appreciate every view that I get, and hopefully I can sort of cater to an even bigger audience. So this video is about to wrap up. It's a win with a knife. You know, if you enjoyed this video, please leave some feedback. It is a topic that's really sort of close to my heart, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, please leave some feedback, and, you know, I'll be back soon with hopefully another video that you'll enjoy. So that is it, my friends, and I will see you over the other side of the hill.